Our business, if you go back to its founding at the end of the 19th century, was really focused on electrical safety and fire safety. And having said that, there's a lot of new technologies coming along which will be, I think, as important for the 21st century as electricity and fire were. On the electrical side, of course, it's the Internet of Things, where electrical products of all kinds are now both connected to the Internet and susceptible to the Internet. There's going to be a total paradigm shift in the way that energy is generated, stored, distributed, network managed. You may remember a couple of years ago we had Superstorm Sandy in New York, devastated parts of lower Manhattan. They were without power for a long period of time. And so what's happening now is people are looking at bringing in large-scale energy storage systems, taking one leasable floor of office space in a building, putting in high-density energy storage systems in the form of batteries. That's really good from one aspect, and it brings in another big safety and security issue, because we know that while batteries make our life so much better, they also have some attendant risk in terms of fire and in terms of other public safety. So lots of things happening in the electrical space. I sit on the board of the National Fire Protection Association in the U.S., which creates the National Electrical Code. And since I've been on the board, which I think is about 7 years now, I've been talking about the need to start to create a section on DC power distribution. Because when you look around our homes, buildings, offices today, more and more of the things we use are or could be DC. In my home, I've converted basically all the lighting over to LED. Well, each of those LED bulbs has to rectify AC power into DC. I lose energy efficiency in the process. It would make more sense to have a direct DC distribution. I think the other thing that's happening is a sea change in the way energy is produced, distributed, and consumed. And traditionally in the world, the production of electricity has been massively concentrated, and then it's been distributed out, and the consumption has been massively dispersed. Today, with the advent of low-cost solar, and solar becomes more and more cost competitive every 6 months, with the advent of wind power, we really see the opportunity for a massive dispersion of the generation capability. And that has a lot of implications on electrical codes, on building codes, on the way people connect their power systems. It has a big potential impact on the utilities themselves. The utility may in fact become more of a network manager than a power creator, and network management will be even more important in a scenario like that, when you have massively distributed power generation which is outside of the direct control of the utility. And while people could think about the electrical industry, power generation distribution, as an old line industry, I think it's maybe one of the most exciting potential places to be in the next 30 years.